What is going on, everyone? We got another edition of the Plus One with Joey from The Item is here. Fun fact, for the third time, what are we in, week 6? Last week was week 6, right?
I think we're week 7 now.
Whatever, yeah. So for the third time this season, the city went undefeated for the football season. Another perfect week for them. 4-0 last week, following 4-0 the previous week. Haven't done 5-0 yet. Hopefully we could do that. They could do that this year. But last week it was a clean sweep for everybody.
I feel like this week might be possible to do that.
Yeah.
No?
Never know. I'm hopeful. I want at least one time this season where the whole entire city goes 5-0. That'll be quite great. But we only have 3 weeks left in the regular season.
Crazy.
It flies by so fast.
It's been flying by, but we've been having fun.
Yeah. It's starting to get cold now.
Yeah, no polos anymore.
Yeah, it's that time of the year for me where I just, I start complaining about being out there, but I got to be out there. We got first of all, we'll go back to last week's slate of games, starting off at Manning. English got things kicked off last week with another impressive win over Malden. This was, Malden was in the game. They were in the game for the most part. I mean, it was a one-score game until the fourth quarter. English separated themselves and built a double-digit lead. But I've been really impressed with their defense. Bulldogs' defense, they've been playing really well.
The defense played exceptionally well, and that's what Coach McDonald talked about after the game. I believe they had 5 interceptions.
Oh.
Something? Or 3, 4, 5, somewhere in that range.
Multiple.
And, multiple. And Coach McDonald was, he thought both sides of the ball could have been better, but happy with the defense. And, Shane Knowlton-Smard led the way receiving, and then he got a couple rushing touchdowns. And English put it together. I thought they could have pulled away after the early start, but, that happens.
And they slowed down the running back, McGuffey. That young man had 300 yards in one game, and I don't think – he had some good runs, but they didn't let him have any breakout runs, long runs, or anything of that nature. They really kept him in check throughout the night. Yeah,
no big plays from him, and that can be the difference sometimes when you're against a team that's really led by him. And I know Coach McDonald, he told me it was a sloppy game, but sometimes it's his first year, and that program is young, and that's okay. They got the win in the end. So
yeah, with them, they just have to continue winning because of the rankings came out right now. They're 16 in Division III, so they have to continue winning and just hope like some of the teams in front of them lose these next couple of weeks so they can. That 16th slot, you don't really want to be in that 16th spot because, once the time the decision-making comes up, it's like kind of like you're holding your breath. So, and we saw what happened last year with Everett, and same situation in the Division I playoffs. So with them, they just need to continue to win the games. I mean, just win, literally.
Yeah, I know as English is in our coverage zone, we're looking forward to hopefully a playoff game.
Right.
But and as a fan of what McDonald's doing, it'd be a fun program to cover in the postseason. But like you said, that 16 spot, tricky. So you want to try to build some ground the last few weeks here. Yeah,
definitely follow that up. Kip Academy, they pitched a shutout. They look like they're starting to hit their stride at the right time. 24-0 over Lowell Catholic. Machado had 3 interceptions. Echeverria had 2 interceptions and a 100-yard pick six and another receiving touchdown. Those guys have bounced back from those early losses. I mean, week 1 against St. Mary's and their week 3 loss. So they're starting to mold into the team that Coach Rabbit wants them to look like at the right time of the year.
And I applaud Coach Rabbit for not panicking after that 1-2 start. I had talked to him and he said, we have things to work on, but we're not going to panic because I believe they were 1-2 in 2022 when they went to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So Coach Rabbit has a lot of confidence in his players, and he was pretty fired up a few weeks ago. And I know he's looking forward to the matchup this week against Salem. So I am too.
Yeah, that's a big one, and that's a big one for both teams just because, Salem's another team. They're kind of outside looking in right now in their division. So this game is big. I mean, a win over a team in the top 5, I think in Division 8 will be big for them. So, but yeah, Kip, their play has been really well. The play of the quarterback, Machado, he's been gaining more confident as the weeks have gone by, and he's a lot, like we talked about how week one, he had some nerves in week one, but it seems like he's more comfortable now at this point.
I mean, we saw the same thing with Drake May. Threw an interception on his first drive, came back. I know Eli had his moments in week one, but overall, probably not the performance he wanted, and he's played really well since then. His team has a lot of confidence in him.
Yeah.
So, no, he's got a bright future.
Yeah, definitely. As you said, Friday, they're going to Salem, so it's October in Salem. It's spooky season out there, so it might be a treat. It might be one of those wild games because both of these teams they could put up points.
And I heard it's going to be really easy to park in Salem this month. So we'll see what happens.
Hey man, you better off taking the bus.
Might want to stream that one on.
Legit. Another team that's back-to-back games. A shout-out, Lynn Tech. Their defense pitched another shutout. Their offense put up 42 points. Man. And I know those guys are still like in the back of their minds that Malden game is still kind of like irks them because they know how close they were in that game. And I feel like the way they've been playing these last couple weeks, it's kind of like that's not happening again. So close to getting there and, digging yourself in the hole and then you have to dig yourself out and then you had a chance. And I know the way they're playing, it looks like that we're not going to let that happen again. And
considering that loss, best possible scenario since then. That's how you respond. That's the best thing you can do after a loss. And, Coach Runner has them fired up. And I think they take pride in their defense as well. And they're a running team, but, if they can mix in some passing.
Yeah.
That might be the way to go. But running's been working lately. So.
And when you build a double-digit lead, and hey man, it's time to put your head back. Just run that ball. If you can't stop it, we're just gonna continue doing it. We're gonna use up this clock. So I like it. I just like how they're playing. They're playing with a lot of confidence. I don't know. I didn't see where they were ranked in their division. I don't know if you had that or if you saw it yet. Because they put the updates up, I just didn't see theirs.
It's blanking on me right now, but I know that Friday morning there'll be new ones.
Okay. Whatever. But so Ortega came back. He missed the game against August. Coach Runner said he could have played that game, but he just held him out. I gotta give Eddie Lewis, that young man. He's really coming into his own this season. I mean, Jacob Garcia too. Jacob got ejected the first game, but heck of a way to get in the groove of things. Over 100 yards. He's my player of the week for the city. 3 touchdowns. He's everybody on their team is starting to just contribute in different ways.
I know this is a weekly preview, but I am excited for Lynn Tech and Kip. Yeah. Because that's not far away now.
No, it's not.
My goodness.
Yeah,
but
considering Tech hasn't played at home yet either.
I know. What's up with that?
That was a very interesting schedule they have. But they don't mind being road warriors.
They don't mind it, and so far, so good. I think they've improved since last year. Yeah. And definitely a better team, in my opinion.
Yeah. And Lynn Classical had a bye last week. They needed the bye because the way those guys, they had a hard-fought win over Malden. Get your guys healthy. Week off, they're back. Revere on Friday on the road. So for you to get that win, get back in the win column, But lastly, St. Mary's did a number on Bishop Stang, man. So I said this: if you want to pick an MVP from St. Mary's, you could pick either one of those 3 running backs because each one is having quite the season, especially Maxwell and Dimitri on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and I'm sure St. Mary's fans who are watching can agree with the fact that Maxwell Parent is one of the hardest hitters in the city of Lynn. Yeah. I mean, he hit a couple people a few weeks ago. I was like, wow. Very impressive, very physical. The 3-headed monster in the backfield is fantastic. Yep. Koutsaflakis and everybody, they've been working hard. And Coach Sean Driscoll, beginning of the year, he told me the keys were the offensive line, check, and just maturity, check. Yep. When you're undefeated this far into the season, I think things are working well.
And the thing about them, I don't think they've even offensively, I don't even think they've shown their full capabilities yet because they still, their passing game, they really haven't had to rely on that much this year, just because of the way they've been running the ball and the big leads they've been getting. But when you put them in that position to start passing the ball, that they're going to be a threat too, because they do have outside guys that are really dangerous and they can make plays.
I'm not just saying this because we cover Lynn. I truthfully envision a strong playoff run from St. Mary's, and excited to see how
Their division's tough too.
Their division's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough division.
We've seen them do it before, and I think I have the same feeling that I had a few years ago when they won it, and I just think what they're doing well. When you're undefeated this far into the season, it's going well, but the last few weeks will be very important for them.
Yeah, definitely. They're on the road at Archbishop Williams. I think it's Friday or Saturday. I don't remember. I don't be remembering the day.
I think it's. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be Friday. It might be Saturday.
I think it's Friday.
It's Friday. Okay. Oh, they have back-to-back road games, so they're traveling Archbishop Williams. Then it's the big one next week when they go to Feeheen.
Bishop Feehan, that'll be tough.
That's the big one. And each time, I think the last couple of times those two teams met, it's been a one-score game, two-score game.
Yeah.
So
Bishop Feehan's very tough.
yeah, very tough. A lot of kids. I think Teddy Bruschi's on their coaching staff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they gotta be prepared. Mid-season. Well, I mean, we're past mid-season, but who would be getting awards from you at this point in the season? I'll tell you my MVP. I got a whole MVP list.
Go first.
Well, right now, if I had to choose an MVP right now, it'd be Shane Nolan. Shane Nolan will be my MVP right now, just because I said he was going to be impactful offensively and defensively, and he's done just that and added special teams too. So he's been doing really well. I think he's the city leader in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns. So he'd be my number one. Jaden Rosario would be number two. He's having quite the season. As I said, any of the three running backs from St. Mary's could be number three. Any one of those guys, they're in the top three. And then I will go with Eli Machado, and I got a Jabin Pierre from Lynn Classical. Quietly having a great season.
Oh, he's having a very good season. He's reliable on the perimeter. You put me on the spot here.
Yeah, I
but
got to put you on the spot.
I'm going to say a toss-up between Shane Knowlton Samard and maybe Maxwell Parent from St. Mary's. Two very impressive physical players.
Yeah.
And representing Lynn very well.
But they both do it on both sides of the ball. Very impactful on both sides of the ball. So yeah. So there you have it. And y'all need to start leave Joey and Mark alone. Y'all gotta.
With our predictions, yeah.
Y'all need to leave them alone. They be so upset about the predictions.
Well, overall, we think it's a fun feature, and if we can create some inspiration to win, I know some of the players get fired up about it. I think that's a good thing. So, no, we have fun.
Y'all gotta leave them alone. Y'all take it too personal. It's predictions. Don't take it personal. They know what they're doing over there. But yeah, Mark kills me every time. He's like, they always try to come at him because he don't pick the Lynn team sometimes.
Mark is he likes to pick some upsets.
Yeah.
Because he's trailing me in the standings.
Yeah.
So he has to do something to kind of flip that around.
Yeah, but Mark's reasoning, his reasoning, he's like, I just don't want to pick the same teams as Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when y'all see Mark, y'all just not bother him. Leave him alone. You got new stories out?
We've got new stories out. We've got soccer, football, predictions, some Patriots commentary. We've got it all. Itemlive.com. And Owen Finn, our intern from Endicott, is doing a great job. Mark Aboyan, so credit to those two, and we're having fun.
All right, make sure y'all go to itemlive.com and subscribe, all that good stuff. Read the articles. Item Sports Instagram page. Make sure you go on that too. Check them out, man. My man, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're not even gonna talk about boxing. That'll be another one. We'll save boxing for another day. +1. Have a good one.